Hello, and thank you for tuning into this Easter Sunday edition of Born to Be a Star. This is probably going to be a long podcast, so prepare yourself. I have been going through a awakening in my life. And I appreciate your patience with me coming back. And maybe I've been going maybe a month and a half from doing a podcast every day, Monday through Friday, even sometimes Saturdays and Sundays. There's a war in the world and there's a bunch of shit going on and society hasn't been crazier. But I've been to parish every Sunday, sometimes multiple times because I'm a greeter and I'm in choir. So I've been there at the 8:30 Mass, at the 10:30 Mass, whenever they need volunteers for anything. I can be relied on for that. And I feel like it's a duty of mine to do it because it's my parish and it's my faith. There has been so many people coming into our parish. There have been less seats available, more busyness than I've ever seen. Now, I've been at the parish for maybe 3 or 4 years. I joined, as you know, in memory of my husband's grandma, Nana Perry, because her faith was so committed to this parish that the day we went there for her funeral, I wept and I cried because it felt like I was losing a grandma. It did. It felt like that was happening. And because I felt like that, I cried. And I heard the Father speak, and his words to me were like the first time I heard anything. Being in the parish felt like I was home. So the following day or weekend after that funeral, I went to church. And now I'm already a member of another church, but another in Christianity, not Catholicism. But it was something he said that spoke to me. And I called on Monday and I spoke to the person that was in charge. I called her office. Her name is Gigi. And I told her I got to become a part of the church. I explained why, everything that was happening. And she said she had an availability. And I was able to change my schedule at work so I could go see her. And that is what I did. And I'm glad I did. Because when I did go to see her, it was an amazing experience. And you might be wondering why. Because it felt like it was the first time I had an experience where I was hearing the word of the Lord in a different context. Because I've been Baptist, they speak about the Bible differently. And the Eucharist is what attracted me to Catholicism. Also, the priesthood, the nuns, all of that was an attraction for me. And the idea that I've seen it my entire life growing up. The white collar, the Catholic priests everywhere, all the giving, right? With Catholic charities. I've seen it everywhere. So the idea I was able to see it even more, it being a part of my family and me being married to my husband and his entire family in the town the parish is in, being a part of the parish, led me to want to become, because it meant something. I want our kids to be a part of the parish. I want us to understand what that means. And so that's why I decided to do it. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I made the decision to make this something important, because it is. Believing in Jesus Christ has changed my life. And I said I was battling things. I have been battling things. Do I need weight loss surgery, gastric bypass, or a gastric sleeve? I convinced myself my husband would love me more if I was the size of a stick, right? I convinced myself if I lost, 3,000 pounds, I'd feel better about myself. And it took for him to bring me back down to reality with me crying, for me to come to a sense of I don't need to do that. I've been badgering with the idea of infertility, the idea of not being able to conceive children, yet everything seems to be normal. And it's an unfortunate thing that women have to go through that. It's bad enough with the shit we have to deal with normally, but to have to experience that too, that shit's not fun. So experiencing it sucks. So there's that. But I went through it, right? I experienced it, right? It was horrible. But I called Dr. Ingman, which I was reserved about. I was concerned he was going to be saying a lot of things that were going to be the opposite of what I expected. And this was maybe maybe a Friday and a half ago. So I have my appointment with him. I asked my manager if I could come into work an hour later, whatever, 30 minutes later, something, right? And it was a great conversation. We came up with a plan for me to become pregnant and conceive. And there's options for infertility. There's drugs I'm going to have to take, of course. And I'm going to have to go through a bunch of like appointments and stuff with blood work and things like that. But I had already taken the fallopian tube test that sucked beyond belief. And I have already done a lot of things. And he was able to see my skips things and all his numbers and everything. So overall, he said he's happy with everything. And overall, he said, I'm going to be a mom and my husband is going to be a dad. I lost all faith. I lost all hope. I lost every inch of the ability thinking I'd ever have that. I'm in a family with many people and I am the only one that does not have a child. I'm the only one that couldn't conceive solely by myself. And I'm not saying I'm the only one in the world, but in my family I am. So imagine how it felt to me. And I've heard people make comments, my brothers, my mom make comments about me. And I don't really think they heard themselves say it. But it's like the idea like I can't have that or it's not a big deal. And it just felt like, how can you say something like that to somebody? Like it broke my heart. I feel like it broke a part of me. So for a month and a half, I was battling the idea of, do I need to get surgery or what am I doing? And I went to Dr. Ingman and he was like, you're going to get pregnant. So my mind went from thinking I need to have weight loss surgery to I need to focus on actually becoming pregnant. And my husband brought up a great point. What is the point of you getting weight loss surgery to lose all this weight to gain it back with a pregnancy after? So maybe if I'll do a weight loss surgery after I have 1 or 2 children, or maybe it'll work out and we can figure it out. But don't let the society paint a picture for you that's a lie. Don't let people tell you you have to do something that you do not have to do. Be strong in the eye of the storm. It's Easter today. I sang my heart out the last couple of days. Holy Thursday, Good Friday, I wasn't there Holy Saturday because it was Miller's birthday. But I mean, I sang in my heart. I sang this morning. Every time I sing in choir, I give my heart and my soul to the choir and I sing with it and I sing to Jesus Christ because in my mind, I think he can hear me, right? Maybe he can't, but in my mind, I think he can. Christianity is a big deal. Jesus Christ is something we should celebrate. I am saved. I am not walking in the darkness alone and by myself. The devil cannot have me or my soul or my mind or my conviction because my heart, my mind, my soul, my body belongs to Jesus Christ. And my husband is my partner and my king, and he walks beside me in the light of Jesus Christ. We are just vessels for his light. That's why I created this podcast, Born to Be a Star, because it's all a connection, right? For me, at least it is. Faith, believing in something, listening to something. It all matters. In a time where it shouldn't, it does. That's all I say. Why not believe? Why not hold on to something bigger than yourself? Why not believe in something when you shouldn't believe in anything at all? That's just what I'm saying. Why not? What exactly are we waiting for when we convince ourselves of something that might not be true? Why can't we be happy being followers of God, going to church? Why would that be wrong? Why would it be wrong? It shouldn't be. This shouldn't be a conversation that we're having, right? It shouldn't be a conversation where we're trying to figure out what's happening. It shouldn't. That's all I'm saying. We have to be stronger at this. That's it. We have to have an awareness and awakening in our hearts to bring us to this light. I know I've been going for a while. You've been wondering where star is, where star power is. The beginning, the middle, and the end, omnipresent like Jesus Christ. Yes, you can never give up. Why not today? It's still there. We're still doing it. I'm starting anew. I wanted to get through Holy Week because I have to sing every day and I had a lot of stuff to do. And I hope you forgive me for that. But it's Easter Sunday. And God is good. Jesus Christ is risen. He died and he came back again. They thought they won and they lost before it was even began. The idea that those people wanted to destroy him because they were saying, you are no friend of Caesar. Where's Caesar now? Where's the Roman Empire? Where are any of these empires in any of these countries anywhere in the world? How do these religions work in the world? Now, I'm not saying that because I don't think you could be any religion. I think you can. But these power-hungry, desperate entities that exist in the world, the demonic places, these demonic people that want to completely annihilate you and remove any chance for you to breathe and see and seek what you're looking for. You always feel empty. You know why you feel empty? Because you're looking for something to fill you with. It's him. Nothing is Jesus except for Jesus. Father or Archbishop Chris said on Holy Thursday and Good Friday, we spend most of our time doing other things, looking at our phones. And I have tried so hard to be better about that, putting it down and walking away from it. Now, I do use the Halo app. I love the Halo app. And Father Ford said that today, younger people, Generation Z, everybody's on the Halo app. They're coming to Catholic churches because people keep inviting them to them. I invited my family. I invited people from work. I invite my friends. If they want to come, great. If they don't, I'm still going. I felt like it was a homily for me listening to Father Ford today in parish, because I started going to the church, and the day after I went to the church for the first time, I said I need to become a member of it. And I called up Gigi on the phone and I started RCIA, and I have never looked back. I go to Ash Wednesday. I sing every year in the Christmas concert. I go to church every Sunday. I volunteer. I really made it the center and the epicenter of my life. It's the foundation for everything that I do. And I can't imagine anything else. What I was looking for, I found it. What I was desperately seeking found me. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to cry. You don't have to think everything is over and nothing is going to get better. It can get better if you believe it can. If you trust that you're not by yourself in this. He is with us always. So, in this pain and loneliness and sorrow, infertility, depression, anxiety, this built up animosity toward myself, which I need to work on every day. We all do. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? I don't have any luck. I'm horrible. The world is ending. This is the end of my story. Like, really, this is the end of my story. I'm a young woman, right? Not 20, but not 40. Certainly, there's times when I get gray hair because I do it to myself. But at the same time, I'm not going to be mad at myself for my emotions. I'm an emotional roller coaster. Things that have happened in the past, I've let them go. Those that have done bad onto me, I've let that go. Those that have wished bad onto me, they can wish whatever they want. I don't hold any animosity or any anger or any emotion that allows me to be jealous or envious, because I have no reason to be jealous of or envious of anybody. The whole me not being able to have child thing, the reason I was so upset about that is because I feel like I'm married to my best friend And I want us to have our own children that we can give an amazing life to. Because I had an amazing life. And I'd like to pass that on to my children. It's not that I don't love having nephews and nieces. I do. And I have another one coming. So the more the merrier for me. And the idea I got to run around and play with Miller and Cammie yesterday, it meant everything to me. I love those kids. They're a part of my heart and they're a part of who I am. And every day, every moment that they get older and they recognize Auntie, me, means something. And to have that with my own children would mean something too. So I'm excited for this path that I have forward. Hoping that Dr. Ingrid, an amazing doctor known throughout probably the world for helping women with infertility, can help me and Skip. And I'm excited about our family growing bigger. Not just me, but other people having kids and building their family too. I'm excited that I chose to follow Jesus Christ and make him the epicenter of my life. And it was the best decision I ever made. So thank you for giving me this time. Thank you for giving me these moments. And thank you for being patient with me. While I was seeking to discover things, to understand, and to fulfill some questions I had for myself. I am only a kid following Jesus, like I've been when I was actually a kid, and I am still that kid now. He is the reason, the why, the what, the I am, and I follow him through the darkness because he is that light. When I don't think I can do things, he shows me I can. When I don't think I'm good enough, he shows me I am. He is everything I'd hope I could be. So instead of me saying I'm going to do good deeds like Bishop Chris said, if I utilize the Halo app and I continue to do my 6 prayers a day and maybe add a 7th, if I give God the silence he deserves when I pray in the morning and I pray at night, and I give him an hour or maybe more a day of my time instead of letting everything being, taken up by my phone or conversations that do not matter, I do think that things will only get better, and that's an amazing thing. Walk with me in the light. There's nothing wrong with believing in something that you might not be able to explain. I am saved. I could have fucked up so many times and gone down a different road and been something so much different than what I am. And I know that God allowed all these obstacles, all these delays, all these wrong turns, all these bad moves, all these things that could have really just made me just be like, fuck this. And he made me endure all of it so I'd be here today saying what I'm saying on this podcast. We all have the option of understanding it's not over. We all have the ability of understanding if you follow and walk in his light, you are seen. You are never alone. You don't walk alone. You walk with him and us and me. There's room for everyone at this table. There's room for everyone at this parish. There's room for everyone where we pray and we bow down to him because he is the only king. He is the only answer. He is the only reason. He is the only everything. And every time I think about all the things that I've done, I'm reminded it all happened for a reason. And I can't focus on what the fuck didn't work out. I instead have to focus on what will and move forward. And that is enlightening. That is fun. And that is wonderful. So walk with me. Let's just do this together. Let's be better Christians going forward. Let's believe in Jesus by giving him the time he deserves. Because Archbishop Chris said, when we're in heaven, we're just going to be spending time with Jesus. So we might as well get used to talking to him. Jesus is basically my, psychiatrist. When I'm in a car, when I'm having difficulty, when I have to deal with some really ignorant, annoying shit at work, or like I'm just having a moment. I think we all have those moments. I typically just say, God, please take the wheel, or God, please help this. Or the first thing I typically do is say God or Jesus. Like that's my first go-to. And I think that's my first go-to, because I think that God or Jesus, they're the same thing, is more important than a psychiatrist. It's basically my psychiatrist. So moving on, let us believe in him, because he believes in us. I am back. I will be here Monday through Friday, promoting the world to believe in Jesus Christ. Forgive me for my absence. I had my own trial and my own tribulation with recognizing I'm going to be a mom soon and discovering I don't need to have a fucking surgery that I don't need. I don't need to have gastric bypass or gastric sleeve, and I don't need to look like our Kardashians, because I never will, and I look like me. My husband loves me for who I am. He's my best friend, and I love him. Looks don't really matter as you start to get older, and they never mattered anyway, because with all the money in the world, if you don't look a certain way, it's still not going to matter. Anyways, let us relish in all we've done and all we've accomplished on this Easter day. Lord, I see you, and Lord, I walk along beside you as you are my light in the darkness. Father, I am no longer questioning or wondering what's happening, because I know you have the answers, and I know you are the answer. And I know that I am a child of God, and I always was to begin with. I walk with you, and I am a vessel for your light. Continue to be my vessel. Continue to be my light, and continue to allow me to follow you, Lord. The devil himself can't take me. Satan will not have power, and the demons will not get a hold of me, because I am yours, and I always will be. You are the light, and I am the light with you. I am saved, and I am found. Happy Easter, beautiful world I live in. Jesus Christ is the only Savior, the only begotten King, and the only light in this darkness we call life. And we should follow him, because the demons and the devil are always trying to get us, and we shouldn't allow them any moment of that. God, I walk alongside of you, and the best is yet to come, because you are everything, and I am walking in your light. God bless the world. God bless the United States of America and the war that they're in, and God bless the men and women that are serving, that are putting their lives on the line to save others. The countless men and women that put their lives on the line to protect others. God bless you. All those that showed up in church today to volunteer, to greet people. My mass had like 3,000 people in it, at least. Young people, Generation Z, you're going to save the world. And I'd like to save the world with you. Allow me to walk with you in this light. It's up to us to be brave in the darkness together. Let's do that. I'll see you guys on Monday. Stars back.